Welcome to Washington in Focus. I'm TJ Martinell. Joining with me today is the Center Source reporter, Spencer Pauly. Spencer, you wrote an article recently titled Bodycam Video, SPD Officer Heard Laughing About Woman Hit Killed by Cop Car. Do you want to talk a little bit about it?
Sure. So on the night of January 23rd, 2023, a 23-year-old woman by the name of Jaahnavi Kandula was struck and killed by a marked Seattle police vehicle going over 70 miles per hour in an intersection. There's been an uncovered footage from a body-worn camera worn by Seattle Police Department Officer Guild Vice President Daniel Auderer on that night. Now, he was reportedly on the phone with the Guild's president, Mike Solan, on that night as well. In the video, Auderer is heard confirming that the pedestrian was killed and soon laughed, saying, quote, "She's a regular person. Just write a check, $11,000. She was 26, but she was 23. Anyways, quote, she had limited value." In turn, I think this really upset the city of Seattle.
I can imagine why people would be upset at just taking it at face value. So I guess the question is, what was the guild president saying on the other line?
Well, we don't know what it was. All we hear is what Auderer said in response. Now, what apparently his reasoning for what he said was that he was mocking the lawyers, how lawyers respond to cases like this. But it seems like the city, a lot of the city officials are still not taking that very lightly.
And so is there any way to prove that his claims is accurate, that they were insulting the insurance companies?
Well, that's going to be part of the ongoing investigation here by the Office of Police Accountability. This just started, I believe, on September 11th here. So we won't know for sure, but I just know based on the amount of media coverage that this story is getting, they will probably act very fast on this. Now, I reached out to the Seattle mayor, Bruce Harrell, on this, and he was not allowed to directly talk about an ongoing investigation. Apparently, the Seattle mayor is prohibited from doing so. But I was forwarded his letter to Kandula's family, the victim, saying that the officer, Auderer's comments do not reflect the feelings of the city, and that her life did have value and had immeasurable value. So it seems like things are going to have to move fast here with this case, because whether or not Auderer's morbid jokes landed did not sit well with the city. And you have to think about, what the Seattle Police Department has been going through with an officer shortage, a growing tension between the public and the department. I mean, even in this case, the Consulate of India in San Francisco put out statements calling the footage deeply troubling. So it seems like a lot of people are not siding with this, the police officer guild.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what the results of the investigation are and whether or not the defense or claims that the police see if of what they're saying is true. So we'll have to continue covering this issue.
Absolutely.
Listeners can keep up with this story and more at thecentersquare.com. For Spencer Pauly, this is TJ Martinell. Please subscribe and thanks for listening.